Come and cook with me. I'm just here. Come and cook with me. I'm just here.
Everybody, what's going on? It's your girl Just T, coming at you guys with a nice little banger recipe. Today we are going to be making some baked pork chops. Very tender, I might add. Pork chops in the oven. I was going to grill them because I just love to grill, but I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put these in the oven because they're going to come out really nice. So in order to get going, of course, you're going to need some pork chops. Now I have about maybe 6 assorted pork chops. I'm going to actually take them out this marinade in a little while and I'll let you guys see them. But the marinade that I have them in, it's a Mojo marinade. I love this marinade. Really good. I'm not sponsoring their product or not, but if you want to maybe purchase this or something, let me know and I'll put the link for it in the description box. Alright, so you're gonna need your pork chops, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna empty the marinade out and then put my pork chops down, and then I'll let you guys know what the other ingredients, and we'll just take it from there. Okay guys, so welcome back. So I went ahead and I took my pork chops out of that marinade that I had in the Ziploc bag. Now I had these pork chops marinating for about 4 hours today. I just put them in there because I love the way this marinade really tastes. It's really good. It has kind of like a vinegar, citrus taste. I can taste garlic and different things in here, but like I said, it's a pretty good marinade. But you can use whatever marinade you want. There's a couple Mojo marinades out there that you can choose from. So I went ahead and I kind of like just took a paper towel and just dried my pork chops off a little bit, slightly. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get some oil. Now you can use vegetable oil, canola oil is what I have, or you can use some olive oil. So I'm just going to pour a little bit of oil on these pork chops before I actually get going with my little glaze that I made for them. And I will show you guys the ingredients that I put in this glaze right here that I made. I already made it off camera, but I'll show you guys. I'll put the description, put the ingredients down in the description box for you guys, alright? So, the marinade that I have, the base of it is definitely brown sugar. I'm not real big on totally sweet meats, but I do want some sweetness, and I also like some heat. So that's where I put a little bit of the cayenne pepper. Now, if you're the type and you don't like spices, then just don't put that part in there. Just don't even put the cayenne pepper in there. So we got some on there, and I'm going to flip these over. I'm going to put it on the other side as well. Just want to make sure you get some oil on there. That's going to actually help us get a nice little, a little crisp pork chop in there. And also go ahead and preheat your oven for 350 degrees, because that's what we're going to be cooking these pork chops on. And they're not going to take long at all, guys. And even with this marinade, you guys, that marinade that I'm going to put in the description box, you can put that on anything. It's really good on pork. It's good on chicken. I've also made the same marinade for shrimp, and I put it on shrimp as well, and it's really good. So this is the marinade, but let me show you the ingredients. But that's the marinade. I think you guys can see it, yeah. So actually what I used was brown sugar. I'll put the measurements, like I said, in the description box. I use this steak and chop seasoning. Once again, I always tell you guys can make this at home. It's only garlic powder, black pepper, and salt. It's called a house seasoning. You can always look that up. I love some Adobe, so I'm using that. And for the heat, I'm using some cayenne pepper. I'm also using some Worcestershire sauce, some Worcestershire sauce. So funny. And at the end, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of paprika on there, because to me, paprika does not have a taste. It has a color. That's basically what I'm using it for. And so and I also use some of the Mojo in there as well. Not much. So all I'm going to do now is just go ahead and just brush these on. I'm going to actually get these in another pan. So I'm about to transfer these to this pan that I love to bake in, and I'll bring you guys right back. So you're just going to brush off both sides of your pork chops with this little glaze, and we're going to go in in between, like halfway, and we're gonna brush them, and we're gonna also flip them over as well. And so what I like to do as well, I'm just gonna take a little bit of the chopped seasoning and just sprinkle a little bit of that on there. You don't need a lot. So I really didn't put a lot inside of that glaze that I just made, but I just like to add a little bit more on top. And I'm just sprinkling very lightly. And then I'm gonna go in with the paprika as well. Just gonna put a little bit of that on there, just a little bit. Again, really lightly. This is gonna help give it a nice little color. And so we're gonna bake these for 15 minutes, 350 degrees, and then in 15 minutes, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna flip these over, and I'm just gonna repeat the steps that I'm doing right now and bake for another 15 minutes, and they're gonna be done. It's only gonna take about a half an hour. About half an hour, I say, to 40 minutes. You know, you wanna make sure that your internal temperature on your pork chops reaches 145 degrees Fahrenheit, all right, before it's safe to eat. So I'm not gonna give you a time because your oven may vary from mine. I'm in Colorado Springs and I'm cooking at a higher elevation. So, but I'll see you guys in 15 minutes and we'll be right back and flip these over, all right? Okay guys, so I'm back and I just took those out. They've been in the oven for about 15 minutes. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna brush some more on this side, but then I'm also going to just flip these over. Even though there's some down at the bottom, I just always do this. It's probably a habit. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna flip these over. And then I'm just gonna sprinkle some paprika on those and the seasoning that I put on them as well. And then I'm gonna just put them right back into the oven. I'm trying to save just a little bit of this marinade so I can brush them on afterwards when I broil them, okay? So I'm just gonna go ahead and put some more seasoning on them and I'll show you before I put them in the oven. So all I did so far was just sprinkled a little bit more of that seasoning on there. And now I'm just gonna put some paprika on. Same thing that I did to them the first time when I put them in the oven. Then I'm just gonna go ahead and get these right on back into the oven. Like I said, your times may vary a little bit, you know. Everybody's ovens are different. And like I said, I'm cooking at a higher elevation, so they may take a little bit longer than what yours may take. But I'll try and give you guys a time frame of how long I had them in, all right? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just put these right on back in the oven. Okay guys, so we're back now. I went ahead and took those out after 15 minutes. And what I did now is I put my oven on low broil. So I just want to get them a little bit more brown. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to, while I have them on this side, because I'm going to actually flip them over again because I want both sides brown. And all the juice and everything that was at the bottom of the pan, I poured that out. Disregard that. And so I still have a little bit of the glaze that I put on. So I'm going to just brush some of this on a little bit. And then I'm just going to pop these in on broil. And I'll bring you guys back. Okay guys, so I'm back. And now I'm going to just flip these over. And just let the other side get brown. Like that, on broil. And then they're going to be done. So again, just going to brush the sauce on them. Just a little bit of glaze that's left. Put them right back in on broil. Just let them crisp up a little bit. Okay guys, so I went ahead and I took those pork chops out the oven and they're done. And they smell so freaking good. I'm about to cut one of them open as soon as I get them on this plate. And I'm gonna bring y'all back. Okay guys, so welcome back. So I went ahead and I took my pork chops out of the oven. So they're like right here. Those look so good, y'all. They smell even better. Look at that. Oh my gosh, y'all. Come on, y'all. Look at them pork chops. Oh, we just see. Yeah. Yeah. They smell so good, though. They really do. So I'm just going to cut into this one. These are like bone-in pork chops. I haven't had no pork chops in a minute. So that's what it's looking like in the inside. So you guys can see it's not dried out. Bring that up to you. You can see it's not dried out at all. Ooh, trying to get you. See that juice in there? They're not dry. Let me try this. Oh yeah, that's really, really good. Yeah, that is good. But I really think you guys are gonna like that recipe. They're really good. They have like a little sweetness, you know, and you get a little hint, very slight hint of that cayenne pepper. I would actually put more on them if I was just making these for myself, but I'm not. So, but as always, guys, I thank you guys so much for watching, y'all. It's just T. I'm out. Come get you a pork chop, y'all. Come get yourself one. Come get y'all one. Here you go. Come get one. Which one you want? Which one? I'm out, y'all. I'm out.